Lawyers may be limited in making certain statements to the press. Rules of professional conduct generally prohibit a lawyer from making statements to the press that have a substantial likelihood of materially prejudicing a pending case. For this reason, judges sometimes issue gag orders on trial participants to prohibit lawyers from trying their cases in the media rather than in the courthouse. The U.S. Supreme Court addressed this issue most directly in Gentile v. State Bar of Nevada, 501 U.S. 1030, 1991. Criminal defense attorney Dominic Gentile was defending a man who was accused of stealing money and drugs from a safety deposit vault rented by undercover police officers. Gentile's client was the owner of the company that offered the safety vaults. Gentile gave a press conference in which he proclaimed his client's innocence and said that the more likely culprits were the police officers who had access to the vault. The State Bar of Nevada sought to discipline Gentile for violating a rule of professional conduct that prohibited lawyers from making statements that have a substantial likelihood of materially prejudicing a pending case. However, the rule also contained a so-called safe harbor provision that allowed attorneys to counter negative publicity that their clients faced. Gentile challenged the Nevada rule on First Amendment grounds. The court ruled that the substantial likelihood standard was valid but acknowledged that the safe harbor provision was vague. Thus, the court ultimately ruled in Gentile's favor. An attorney's duties do not begin inside the courtroom door, Justice Anthony Kennedy wrote in his majority opinion. He or she cannot ignore the practical implications of a legal proceeding for the client. He also emphasized that Gentile made his statements months before the actual trial took place. Kennedy also noted that Gentile's speech did not prejudice the actual trial that eventually took place and which led to an acquittal of Gentile's client. Attorney speech rights become even more limited when their speech takes place during the pendency of a trial.